visit Jamaica. And what a blessing to start the new year in sunny Jamaica. And our show today is going to feature on a development that High Life Hotel and Spa and facilities have been working hard to establish. And our great sister Latoya Hammond is going to give us a walk through this very beautiful and very intriguing great project that is being worked on and developed and unfolded, you know, for those of us who may have interest and desire to do something different. How many of you on the line are planning next year this time to be somewhere warm and tropical? Can you put a 1 in the chat if for next year God spare your life and you get a blessing to see December 2024, who intends to bring in the new year in a warm, tropical environment where you see more people looking like you than any other nationality? Can I see a 1 in the chat? Oh, there's only 2 people, Sylvina. Can you imagine out of all of these people? Oh, so nice. Okay, now you're talking.
Right.
Okay, now you're talking. All right, you finally found your ones. Okay, very good. So what we're going to do today, we're going to, as I said earlier, we're going to pop over to Jamaica, and we're going to enjoy a wonderful presentation from our sister Latoya, who is our manager of this great development or project that is being unfolded and built out. So spiritual injection for the first time in 2024. Take your devices off mute and welcome our wonderful sister who's joining us from Jamaica, from Negril. Let's give her a rapturous reception and thank you. And let's show our appreciation.
Good evening, sister.
Welcome.
Some blessings.
Welcome, sister.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank
Empress.
you.
Welcome from
Jamaican Empress.
Welcome, Latoya.
Welcome, Queen.
Yeah.
Wow, Jamaica.
Thank you. That feels good.
You see, just before you start,
Queen.
so you know, everybody want you to feel at home, you know. So
Yeah,
you're talking.
I appreciate it. It feels good.
That's up.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Thank you.
You don't have to find your. You don't have to find your best English. You can do your thing. You understand?
No, man.
Welcome, sister.
Thank you, Minister.
So this is my special request, because before we concluded our proceedings in 2023, you know, we had a request in the chat. When are we going to do something on Jamaica? So we didn't take long.
Yeah?
In 2 weeks,
Okay.
here we are.
Good.
So we're in Jamaica. So the floor is yours, my sister.
All right. You know, it's such a blessing and I feel so welcome. And I must say thank you for having me today. Thank you for having the High Life Resort and Spa on your program for today. And greetings, everyone, and a happy new year to you. I hope this year is indeed an amazing year, better than last year, you know, and it's full of blessings, and you'll be prosperous for this year. And of course, as I said earlier, I'm here representing this beautiful resort, which is now called the High Life Resort and Spa. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview as what we have going on now and what we have planned for the future, and of course the opportunities that we have for everyone that can take advantage of them. So presently, what we have right now is 30 acres of lush greenery. First, let me tell you where we're located so you have an idea. So, of course, Negril is known for the 7 Mile Beach. Once you hear Negril, the first thing comes to mind is the beautiful 7 Mile Beach. And not to take away from it, it is indeed beautiful. And of course, the next thing you will think about is those hotels or resorts that are located on the cliff. Like maybe you've heard about the Rock House or those are that are located on the west end. But for us, we are the only resort that is located on this part of Negril. So I want you to picture that we are located on the highest point in Negril. So what that does is it gave us a 180 degrees view of the ocean. So once you're here, you're literally looking inside of the ocean from a hill. And so it is so beautiful. The property is so peaceful, the trees, the greenery, as I said. And then it gives you, it's just a relaxing, and that it's very relaxing, and that's what we promote here. You just get away from it all. You don't want to be on the beach, you don't have to be on the beach, you don't want to be on the cliffs. This is what we offer here, the exclusivity, the privacy, everything. It's nothing, and not because I work here, but it is nothing like what you would have heard of or experienced in the grill before. So presently, we, as I said, we are located on 30 acres. We have, and we are doing construction as we speak, and we will complete construction in the next 2 years because, as I said, it's 30 acres. We have a lot to do here. And presently, we have 12 rooms in operation. 50% of the rooms are ocean view, and you can imagine what those rooms look like, the view from those rooms. So we have all deluxe rooms. We have 12, as I said before. We have a private gazebo, which is located strategically on the property, very private. And there is where we offer massages. We do yoga sessions as well. We have a large swimming pool. On the second floor of the hotel, we have 2 jacuzzis. So that area in itself is it's an amazing area because just imagine you having 2 jacuzzis on the second floor and overlooking the ocean. So that is just one of the best points on the property. We have a kitchen that is visible for those who would like to see what the chef is doing. So you can literally see inside as an entertainment. There we have several dining areas, we have a large bar, and it goes on. And so we are not an all-inclusive resort right now, but what we do is we have created meal plan packages for those who may not want to order from the menu every day. They just probably want to, on the budget side, they want to purchase a meal plan menu and not have to worry about breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we have that available. We also, of course, have the option for those who would want to just go ahead and dine from the menu every day. Also, the uniqueness about this property is, and because it is of how it is, how should I say, how it's designed, I've literally separated the property so we can rent it as a villa. And then you can just have just your family here, fill up these 7 rooms or 10 rooms, and you have a private kitchen. So separate from the kitchen that we have for the public, because of course we do open up the property for those who may just want to come and have dinner with us for the evening. So you don't necessarily have to be a guest staying here to come and dine with us. You can come off the road, wherever, make a reservation, and you can come and have a wonderful evening with us. So going back to the villa concept that we have going on right now, we have a designated private kitchen for families or groups that may want to come and prepare their own meals or have their private chefs. So that is there for them as well as an option for them to take advantage of. So it's a little bit of everything for everyone. We measure in weddings. Of course, you can imagine having a property like this, you have in your family. You get to get the property for yourself, the entire property for yourself. You get to have your weddings, your private parties, your retreats, and that's what we measure in, a lot of retreats, yoga retreats, because of the the vibe that the property gives you. It is so peaceful. So a lot of yoga groups, they gravitate to this area, to this resort, I should say. So we do a lot of those private weddings. And as I said, I can't say enough of how private this property is. Of course, it is located in a gated community and the farthest end of the West End. So if you don't want anybody to know that you're here, or they can't just stumble upon you here, it is very private. And the security, of course, we offer 24-hour security. So you are saved here. You don't have to think about, oh, it's so private. It's 100% safe here. And the community, which is West End, Orange Hill, kind of in the border of Western and Orange Hill, the community in itself is a very peaceful community. So it's a plus plus. All right. And so that is what we have going on right now. Bookable right now. Go on our website, Instagram. We're all over the place. Booking.com, Expedia. We're all over the place. So we have that available right now. On the construction side, we presently have 10 rooms that is slated to be completed next year, May. We have somewhat now strategically separated or divided up the property so that the construction will not affect what we have going on right now, the guests in-house. So we have 10 rooms building. Those rooms will be, of course, ocean view, no garden view. There is no space for garden view when you have such beautiful ocean to look at. So the 10 rooms that are now building are all ocean view. Some of the rooms that are being built now will be king rooms, and some will be set in a way where you can have maybe up to 4 people per room. They all will have their infinity swim out pool leading from the balcony. So once you step out on the balcony, you are going to basically walk in your pool. And this is what we're looking at right now. This is how they will look. And we have men working day and night to make sure that this is completed by next year, May. So that's 10 rooms that will be completed by May. These, however, will not have the kitchens, as I just described, on the building that we're presently operating from now. These will only be rooms and bathrooms. And then, of course, the guests that will be using this area of the property will be, well, I should say, to reword it, I should say, of course, it's the same resort. So they will be using what we have here going on, the restaurant and the bar and the jacuzzi and everything. So it's the same thing. Now, so that's for the 10 rooms that are presently being built, which will be completed next year, May. All right. And the investment side of it, which I'm excited to tell you about. I know a lot of people have dreamed about having a hotel or a villa or something in Jamaica where they can escape. If we're in London and it's raining and we're cold.
All of the above.
We want to have something in this tropical island where it's warm and we can escape the cold and whatever is going on your side. So this what we're having on our slideshow right now. This is a new development, and we have opened it where persons or people can come on board and be a part of this and be an ownership in this. And so what we are doing, and we are selling it right now, so that's available right now as we speak. We are doing 4-bedroom villas. And so each person can own their very own villa. These villas will be 4-bedroom, 6 bathrooms. There'll be a full-size kitchen. Not sure if we have it on the slide here. I don't think so. This is a villa. This is one of the villas, and this is what we're looking at right now is the living room of one of the villas. And we will have 2 full-size living rooms. So one will be upstairs and one will be downstairs. Of course, I did mention it's 6 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, 2 of which will be upstairs, 2 of which will be downstairs. And we will have, each villa will have their own swim out infinity pool. Now, how we have designed the villas, to give you an overview of the villa itself, how we have designed the villas, they're designed in a way where you can host 2 families, 2 separate families. So if you own the villa, let's say you own the villa, and you have 2 sets of friends with their children, etc., you can feel free to like call us up and be like, okay, I have two sets of family coming down. Be rest assured, everyone will have their own space. They will have their own area. They'll have their own kitchen, their bathrooms, their living room. So it's spacious enough to hold two full families. This is one of them as well because we'll have different designs of the villas. So this is also one of the villas that this is a pattern or a style, I should say, that the villas will be built in. And so presently, the villas are worth $1 million, but we're now offering them for $700,000. And with a villa like this, what we have done is to do the numbers for you. And but just before I go into the numbers, let me just give you a quick run through of the amenities that will be included on the property when you are a villa owner. So of course, we'll have a 24-hour gym. So as I said, with the villa, owning the villa, it will comes with a 24-hour gym. It has a spa. We'll have a nightclub here. We have a helipad because a lot of people like to use the helicopter and come in. So we have a helipad here. We have a 24-hour cafe, a conference room, of course, pools and jacuzzis, beach access. And when I say beach access, it's because we are in the process of purchasing 23 more acres below us, which gives us access to the beach. So that comes with the beach. So not only will we be on the hill, but we'll also have our very own private beach because that lower part of the land that leads to the ocean, we are purchasing that right now. Of course, with the villas, it comes with chef and butler service, swimming pool dining, 3 full-service restaurants, including vegan and raw food options, 4-acre farms, because we do believe in growing our own food and we want to have a farm-to-table concept. So we're going to have our guests will be able to go on the farm, pick their own food, bring it back, and the chef will prepare it right in front of them. So that's an experience in itself. So that's our farm to table option that we'll have. We'll have a basketball court, a tennis court, a grocery store, and I mentioned that it's 30 acres. So what we have done is to implement ATVs and we'll have go-karts to go around. We won't be walking around 30 acres. So we want to have the go-karts and of course we'll have ATV. Horses will be here as well. So we'll have a property horse and we have designed walking trails and bicycle trails. So you don't have to go anywhere once you're here. We have it all for you here. And I did mention earlier about where we are located. So just in case you may say, okay, is it far from everything? How far is it from the attractions or, the town area? So though I make it sound so far and secluded, we're only 15 minutes away from the 7 Mile Beach and the town of Negril. And famous Rick's Cafe is only around the corner, which is 10 minutes away. The lighthouse is 8 minutes away. The most attractions are 20 to 15 minutes away from us. And so and if you've heard about the Savlamar area, we're like 20 to 20, let's say 30-minute drive to the Savlamar area. So we are in the middle of everything, but not too close to everything. If I make that if I have clarified that. So I did mention briefly that the property is now being sold for $700,000. But what if you do not have that, or you're not interested in owning the entire villa? You can, of course, own a share in the villa, and we have shares as low as 10%. and all you have to come in with is $100,000. So you don't have to find the 700,000. You can still own a percentage of the villa for 10%. 10% of the villa for only $100,000. I don't know if anyone has any questions so far before I go into the numbers, or should I just continue?
We got loads of questions, but I wanted you to. If we start now, then we might just finish.
All right, let me go into the
Yeah,
numbers.
you continue.
All right.
Then we'll go into the question.
Okay, no problem. So we have done the math, of course. And what we did is 20-night projections. Of course, we have 30 and 30, 31 nights, but we did a 20-night projection. And that $1,500 per night. And I did say it's a 4-bedroom villa with 6 bathrooms, ocean view, infinity pool, and all these amenities. We have used the lowest number possible, and this number we have pulled it for off seasons. You have seasons when we definitely have to cut the prices. And so what we did, we've used it. We have used those numbers to make sure that we can have something accurate. So we've used the $1,500 per night for the entire villa if we rent it for $1,500 per night at 20 nights. And so what we'll have is a net income of $234,000. And so when we've done the math, you get your return on your investment really fast within 3 years. And we only ask for 35%, and that covers all the management, 35% of the income, and that covers all the management of the villa, maintenance, security, you name it. So all you do nothing. Once you buy the villa, once you buy the villas, then we take care of it. Of course, you'll get your title for your villa. Of course, you're the owner. But in the management part of it, we'll take 35% and manage it for you.
But just to clarify, Latoya, we are talking about Jamaican dollars, right?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I'm not talking about Jamaican dollars. I'm actually talking about US
We were about to buy all of it, Latoya, if it's Jamaican dollars.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We can stop the presentation now.
It's US dollars, yes. So it is US dollars, and someone says they wish it was Jamaican dollars, but it's US dollars, and so we as I said, once you own the villa, you'll get your title for the villa, and all you do is you let us know when is it that you'd like to come down and enjoy your place. We'll make the arrangements so we won't get that booked up for the time that you want to come down. And you do get special, as the owner, you do get some special little perks as you arrive here. All right, so I'm trying to pull up, we have done some homework for everyone. So NCB, we have met with National Commercial Bank, it's a bank in Jamaica, and they're offering 75% financing. So the buyers don't have to be thinking, oh, I'm gonna come up with all this money. So NCB is on board and they are doing it for 75% of the cost of the purchase. And so I think that is good. And you can we just use that for now, but of course you can use whatever financial institution that you choose to use. And let me just pull this up right here.
Well, that's great that the bank is on board.
Yes, the bank is on board and it's up to 75%
loan to
and
value.
of course, we give you 100% cash back if it is that you decided that you come in, and Garth will go deeper into that next week. But just so you know, if you have done it, enter into the contract and paid some money, and you're not quite sure you want to continue, then you get all your money back. But as I said, I will leave that part up to Garth for next week, so he can go more in depth on that. So we also going to have an amphitheater. I did not mention that before, but we'll have an amphitheater. So we'll have entertainments nightly. May not be every night, but we'll have entertainment. And I did remember, I do say that we're going to have a disco on a disco bar. What is called it? Club on property. So we'll have that on property. So you will get to relax when you want. And in the night, if you choose to go out and have some fun, and then of course it's all here. I think I have captured most of it, and I am open for any questions now.
So what we're going to do, Latoya, we're going to show the video real quick.
Okay, not a problem.
Yeah, let's show the video. I wanted everybody on the site just to know that these videos are made and the renders have generally European people in the renders. So don't get caught up by the little European people in the video, okay? That's and this is an opportunity for some of you, because many of these renders, when you're using them, it's just natural that it puts in characters who are tourists, right? Because as Sister Latoya mentioned, like for 1,500 a night, you know, to purchase, if you own one of these villas and it's being rented out to holidayers who have that kind of money, you know, if you're receiving that money and you own that villa, then I don't know if you mind if what nationality they are and where they're coming from, if it's a business venture for you. So sometimes try and look past the images so that we can deal with the business, okay? So if you want to cue the video and just let it run and have a look at the facility, because it really is truly amazing. And it's designed to also give you the viewpoint in your mind, because if you're going to the Caribbean and you desire not to necessarily pack up your bags and send the barrel and empty your house, you know, then you might just want to spend 3 months out of the year. So what are you going to do with your property for the other 9 months? Many people have left the UK and left America and different parts of the world and built their dream house, and they only stay there for 2-3 months out of the year. And the house is empty, which makes it vulnerable. And when your property is empty, your property is vulnerable. If your property is occupied, then your property is not vulnerable to anybody who has ill intent. So this model is a very interesting model for us to consider. I remember here in the UK when they were building hotels in Westminster, and they were selling rooms inside the hotels. And again, you know, you can use it for a few days if you want to use it, or weeks, or whatever the case may be. But for the rest of the year, that room is rented and in a pool, and you extract a great percentage outside of that, outside of obviously the chambermaid going into the room every day, cleaning the room, cleaning the towels, etc., etc. It's like an Airbnb type of structure. So very good. So let's cue up the video so we can show those on the line the facility. Fantastic. Very impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive. And I want everybody in the audience to be mindful. Like, I remember going to St. Lucia, Latoya, and they at the airport, they would have a helicopter service.
Yes.
I know some of you might be on the call and saying, well, the helicopter's just for big rollers and very wealthy people. Not necessarily, because the drive from the airport in St. Lucia down to Rodney Bay, the touristy area, is like nearly a 3-hour drive. And after you've been on a plane for 8 hours, who wants to drive for 3 hours? But the helicopter ride was I think $150 US dollars at the time, and it take you 20 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
20 minutes. So again, I remember being blessed to take the little helicopter, and it dropped me right by the resort I was staying. So again, to those of you on the line, don't see it as being out of your budget, because when you look at the rendering, if you and I don't start to think a certain way and act a certain way, then all those Europeans you saw in the rendering, they're going to stay there. Okay. Yeah. They're going to stay there. So you don't want to see them there. You and I have got some work to do. We've got to desire these things that we see. We've got to imagine ourselves in these places. And if you can't see yourself and imagine yourself and superimpose yourself in these kind of facilities, then don't complain when you see Sally in there, okay? And John, okay? And Bill and Elvis Presley. When you see Elvis, don't complain, because we're not rising to the occasion, because these type of facilities are now being built. And the question is, do we see it as being too luxurious for us, or is that what we deserve right now? And I'm saying the Caribbean is not what it used to be, where you can go live under a mango tree. You can't go live under a mango tree again. We need a proper place to live, right? And I think this is a great opportunity.
Go crazy. Blind.
In this time, we had no time for stressing. In this time, we should all be investing. Getting knowledge should never be rejected. Every week, did you get the message? Get your ticket today, it don't take a second. Every Thursday, get 7. It's time to make this earth into heaven. So need to worry, there's a blessing. No need for second guessing. It's the spiritual injection. It's a spiritual.